Yo, what's up, CFO gang? It's your boy J Tuck. Real Cowboys fans, stand up, and you're now tuned into CFO Sports. So if you're new, do us a huge favor, comment, like, subscribe. Somewhere down there. Salute to my guy Steve, man. He said quiet on the set yet again for the boys. And so because everyone who watches the channel, right, because you subscribe, I normally have a video, up. So salute to my guy Scooney, Cowboys rap video. We're all hype, but I strategically put that there as black because right now, Cowboys Nation, it's dark, it's quiet amongst the fan base, man. So we have to do something. We got to get it all out because look, we got to get back to business. We got to get back to this 2022 season. I know a lot of Cowboys fans are down and out. I've been getting texts. I've been getting calls. People like, yo, Tuck, I just don't understand this team. I did not understand what's going on. But we got to find a way, y'all. We have to collectively put our heads together and find a way to get things back on track, especially with our fan base. So that's what we're going to do tonight. We're going to talk about a few topics, ask every question that you guys want to get out. I'm going to turn on the phone lines later. Give me a call. We are going to sit down and kumbaya this thing out because we got to get back to rolling and get back to winning this football season, man, because we got to fix it. We got to fix it. Now, if you watch my video from the other day, I was ecstatic about the signing of Jaron Kearse. I was on vacation, and while I was on vacation, a lot of chaos broke loose. A lot of chaos was going on. So, as I mentioned yesterday, the whole thing going on with Randy Gregory, right? With Randy Gregory, that situation was a complete cluster. It was a complete cluster. And this is what I want to ask y'all, right? Do you guys believe in the front office? And y'all know this is how we do here on my channel. We keep it real. But do you believe in the front office? And the reason why I asked that, someone posted a comment yesterday in my Jaron Kearse video. And he was like, Tuck, I love the channel, but it seems like you are more a pro fan, you're more pro player than you are pro Cowboys in front office. And I'm like, yeah, absolutely I am. Because I believe in the players. And maybe that might be my only glimmer of hope. I still believe in this team. I believe in this team. I believe in the players. I believe in the talent. I do not, y'all, believe in this front office. And I feel like when it comes down to it, I just don't buy in to whatever they are trying to do. So we're going to talk it all out. So let me look in the chat. So we'll need help from this front office, Tuck. Good riddance to the 6 sack guy. We'll talk about that right now. I believe that we have a front office. I don't believe believe in the front office. Yeah, we have one. I don't believe in them. Because here is the frustration when it comes to the Cowboys thing. So let's talk about it, because I see Jose is talking about Randy Gregory. And here's what I want to say to some of these Cowboys fans, like, good riddance, Randy Gregory. I don't want, blah, blah, blah. Y'all all in your feelings, all in your mentions. Cut that out. Cut it out. Stop the cap. Stop the fronting. For all you Cowboys fans are out there trying to give Randy Gregory a hard time, you're emotional. And it's okay to be emotional. I get it, because a lot of Cowboys fans had Randy Gregory as their number one priority this offseason. Me personally was Jaron Kearse. But I know a lot of fans was excited the moment that they announced that Randy Gregory was re-signing with the Dallas Cowboys. A lot of people were refreshing their apps, trying to see what was going to happen with Randy Gregory, and they were ecstatic. Now, just because he made a different decision that better suits him and his family, you can never knock a man for making that decision. You can't, y'all. You just can't. Because here is the silver lining in this Randy Gregory situation. I know, like I said, I was traveling, I was on a plane, there's a lot going on, right? So some people said there was that they could void the guarantees if he was fine. That's not in the contracts with any other team. Then some other people from the Cowboys said this is pretty much standard. It's in every Cowboys player, including Randy Gregory's current contract, not Dak Prescott's. But, typically the Dallas Cowboys do not move forward. So here is what Randy Gregory's decision ultimately came down to. Just like you guys all said in the chat, you don't trust the front office. Randy Gregory didn't trust the front office. Period. This is something that is in other players' contracts. He just didn't trust it. And the reason why is maybe there were some other things kind of going on with conversations when it comes to Randy Gregory. But the fact that they had a deal, and then all of a sudden when it's time to sign, there was new language that was added to the deal, that feels like it's shaky. So the trust has been broken, but not only between Randy Gregory, but also with some of the other players. We also had DeMarcus Lawrence come out and speak. What did he say on that interview? They offered him a disrespectful offer. And he says, no, I prefer to walk, right? And then Jerry Jones comes down and saves the deal, right? And so it's like, I feel like the players don't trust the front office. The fan base doesn't trust the front office. And right now, y'all, it is bad for the Dallas Cowboys. Why do I say it's bad for the Dallas Cowboys? Because if our own players don't trust the front office, we don't trust the front office, the fan base. If you're a top free agent, why would you trust the front office? Right? We talked about the deal that happened yesterday with J-Ron Curse. J-Ron Curse signed a $10 million deal for 2 years. He took the deal. He's not happy about it. I posted the tweet on the YouTube group. He commented on my video. Salute to J-Ron Curse for watching the video. Salute you, my guy. But he is prepared to go out and work and prove himself. And so what people have to understand, yes, I know these are athletes, professional athletes. They have the glitz and the glamours, and they make millions of dollars. They're just like you and me, y'all. They are just like you and me. We would feel some type of way. Let's have a story time, right? And I'm gonna put my personal self in it, right? A few years ago, it was January. I went to my manager and I says, you know what? I am really interested into this position. What do I need to do this year to put myself as a great candidate and a suitable fit? So we lined out everything, right? We had an action plan of things I needed to do, right? This is in January. Throughout that year, I knocked out every box. Not only did I knock out every box, I excelled and did extra above and beyond when it came to my job and to my position. It's the end of the year. I asked, can I now apply for the role, right? Because we're doing our interview review. They tell me, we still want to see a little bit more, right? Still want to see a little bit more. You did an incredible job. We appreciate you. We still want to see a little bit more. And I saw others who did absolutely less than me started to get that job and opportunities in the availability to apply. Now, granted, me being me, I'm a little bit different. The following year, you're not getting that same effort out of me. Nah, you wasn't getting that same effort out of me. And I was constantly on LinkedIn, and ultimately, I got a new job, right? You know what I'm saying? But that's how players act. They act the same exact way as you and me. You feel slighted, you feel disrespected. And I know some people are feeling like, yo, Tuck, you can't overpay. I'm not saying drastically overpay, but you can show some appreciation. You can show some appreciation for what J-Ron Curse brought to this Dallas Cowboys roster last year defensively. And so when you kind of have these sentiments and these dark clouds looming with the players in this front office, you have the opportunity for them not to be fully committed to the team and what you're trying to do in Dallas, and it puts you in a rough spot. Case in point, right? This drawing, right? My guy Jay Marty hit me up like, yo, Tuck, I want to see the CeeDee Lamb drawing, right? I said, how much? He's like, man, $40 is cool, man. You my homeboy, right? I value his effort. I value his talent. Nah, bro, I'm going to send you more than that because I appreciate you. And that's what this front office has to show, is that they appreciate their players. And they really haven't shown that. And you see that with these disrespectful offers, and you're starting to see players come out and be more vocal. DeMarcus Lawrence is still on the roster. He is the captain of the team. He is the leader of the team, the defense. He's still coming out and speaking vocal. So I know when players come out, typically when they leave the team and they want to speak out about the Dallas Cowboys front office, people just mark them off. They're bitter, good riddance. We don't need you, right? You have players still currently on the roster speaking about the front office, and it's a huge issue, man. So I think we really need to start listening, because you're seeing it, and no one has confidence in our front office. So the Randy Gregory deal got botched. And here's the thing. If you wanted Randy Gregory, you matched the offer that he had in Denver. If it's something as minor as the language of the contract, if you want Randy Gregory that bad, then damn it, move it from the contract. It's that simple. So if you want something that small and minor to disrupt you from having one of the best players that you saw value in because you put out an offer, you let something that minor get into your roster production, that is concerning to me. They value that little minor clause in the contract over having Randy Gregory, an additional pass rusher on the field. That is concerning, Cowboys Nation, period. So damn right, Randy Gregory has some animosity. You let that clause, right? That voided clause, that was the reason, right? And so it just is what it is. And Jose, that is not the concern. Not everyone complains about their boss. I'm actually in a great situation right now at a new job. I love my boss. Just got off the phone with her 5 minutes ago. That's not the case, because I know my boss now values the work that I do and the creativity that I bring to the workplace. I'm just saying they are just like us. And the Cowboys let this little clause. And so you sit back and see it. CeeDee Lamb just had an interview on Fanatics on their website. He talked about losing Amari Cooper. He talked about losing Lyle Collins. Like it's gonna change a lot. And we got zero value back for it. We have all this cap space, right? Cap space. All right, we're like number 2, number 3, tops amongst the NFL in cap space. All right, well, Bobby Wagner, which we'll talk about, looks like that's not gonna work. Darius Smith is going to the Vikings. We didn't get Hunter. So we are running out of options. If you're going to create this cap space, what are you going to do with it? DeMarcus Lawrence came to the rescue, y'all. He came to the rescue, saved the offseason, and created a huge opportunity for the Dallas Cowboys. And Stephen Jones did absolutely nothing with it. Zero. Nothing. Not even a hush signing, right? There was no Honey Badger. There was Bobby Wagner is still a stretch. With all this cap space, you have to tell me what you're going to do with. What is the ultimate plan? And I feel like the Dallas Cowboys don't have a plan. They know that they could run this roster out there as it's currently established. They'll be competitive. But what we want, everybody in this chat, watching my channel, other channels, outside of Cowboys Nation, we want a championship. A championship. And nothing that this front office is doing says we want a championship. We're all in. So you sit back. If you're Bobby Wagner, all right, I could go to Dallas. It'll be cool. I could play with Dan Quinn, even though Dan Quinn might be out the door next year. Who knows, right? Why would I want to come to Dallas? I want to go to the Rams. I don't want to go to... You see what everyone else is building? I want to be a part of that, because if I'm going to take a lower salary, you best believe I'm going to be put in a winning position. And so once the Cowboys get back to trying to build a winning condition, a championship team, then you'll start to see some of these big name players take a little less, right? We saw someone just mention Odell Beckham Jr. Odell Beckham Jr. said, you know what? I've been in Cleveland, I've been here in the Giants and here and there. I'm going to the Rams. I don't care what the salary is. I want to win a Super Bowl. You saw that going on with the Chiefs when the Chiefs were rolling. You see what's going on in Tampa. You see how the Broncos are starting to maneuver. You see what the Chargers are doing. And the Cowboys are sitting back, y'all, on their hands, doing nothing. Because as I said, no matter what, we're going to support. We're going to support. We're going to support. We're going to be there, because they play us. They play the fan base, and they take us for granted. They don't have to worry about the concerns that, other teams have. Are we going to be able to sell our stadium this year? Are we still going to get the TV revenue? Nope, because Cowboys fans are going to do it all for you. Y'all know I'm a season ticket holder. The day that I had to turn in my deposit for season tickets was March 1st. March 1st, I had the guy from the ticket office calling me, emailing like, yo, your deposit's due. What's up? You know what I'm saying? March 1st. So they know Cowboys Nation, they take us for granted year after year, and they give us a mediocre product. Noah Brown, Luke Gifford, LVE. J-Ron Kurtz was my biggest signing. And some people look at that as like, oh, why did we re-sign J-Ron Kurtz? Like, why? There's no excuse. For all the Dak haters out there, right? All the Dak haters, it ain't the Dak contract. It ain't the Dak contract. So that can't be the situation no more. We have plenty of cap space. Tell me what you're going to do with it. Tell me what you're going to do with it. And Stephen Jones came out and said with his own mouth, well, you know what they did to win the Super Bowl. You know how it's going to impact you. They're not focused on winning right now. They're not focused on winning right now. They're just not. They're focused on being contenders, right? They'll be in contention because our quarterback is good. We have a good wide receiver core, right? We have a running back duo, so we'll be in contention, right? We'll float around. We'll win a few games here. We'll be there. But we want to see this team making moves to show that they're wanting to be a championship contender, and we just haven't seen it. We just haven't seen it, and it's hard to really buy in. It's hard to really buy in from the fan base standpoint, and then also from some of the players looking out from the outside lens. And it's really frustrating. Like I said, man, I've been on numerous calls like, Tuck, man, talk to me. What's going on? And honestly, I don't have an answer. I really don't. I just think that Stephen Jones right now is in the way. And I don't know how we get past it. I feel like if this team is going to win, y'all, it's going to have to be the case where our team is just so damn good, they just make it happen. Right? They just make it happen. That's what it is. Like, I just don't see this roster being built for championship contention. I can see maybe Dak Prescott's having an MVP caliber season, or Tony Pollard and Zeke is going the hell off, or our defense is playing just lights out, something like that. But as far as really going in, all in, and pushing their chips to the table, you just don't see it. So now we have the draft coming up. We have all these 5th round picks, right? All these 5th round picks coming up. Do y'all think that we're going to be aggressive in the draft and move up and jump to really go get our guys? No. We had it last year, right? We knew how high the Dallas Cowboys were on Trayvon Moore. What did they do in the 2nd round? Sit on their hands, twiddle their thumbs, right? Got jumped by the Raiders. Trayvon Moore got drafted by the Raiders, and then they laughed about it. You know what I'm saying? So it's just frustrating as a Cowboy fan, man. And so I understand y'all frustrations. I'm frustrated as well, because it's not the team that I grew up loving. It's not. Like, I mean, a lot of us are older Cowboys fans. Like, when we sat back and watched the team in the 90s, we knew we were go all in to win a Super Bowl. And it was more that Jerry mindset. You know what I'm saying? And even though it didn't work, it at least showed us that we were trying to get there. It showed us, you know what? Terrell Owens, F it. Come on in. I'm saying, like, I'm bringing you in. Like, Charles Haley, Deion Sanders, like, they were making championship moves to shift things in our favor. Granted, it didn't work, but still, at least I would like to see it. And the Cowboys like to do things the Patriots way. You do not have a Bill Belichick head coach that can do things the Patriots way. How are you able to do things the Patriots way? Because what they do, they get the hell up out the way, and let people who run football operations and Bill Belichick make the decisions and make the moves. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, Robert Kraft is never hands-on with everything. He's not challenging Bill. He stays being a billionaire, stays up there, he gets massages and do all his other stuff, hang out with Meek Mill at basketball games, and allows Bill Belichick, the football mind, the Hall of Fame coach, to make the decisions to build the team. It's just frustrating as Cowboys fans. Let's get to the questions. We've got a lot burning up in the chat, man. Let's see. Special Case says, bro, the first time making to the playoffs in 2 years with a hot roster, and now we have lost a lot of those players, and we expect to be better. That's the frustrating part, bro. That is the super frustrating part, is that even though the season did not go as planned, we believe in the roster that we had established. And so we were coming into this offseason, right? It's just like, all right, I like our defense. We need to get a guard here and there, maybe shore up our offensive line. Our wide receiver core is explosive. You have a running back duo with Zeke and Tony Pollard. You bring back Dalton Schultz here and there. Add a few additional pieces. Dump the draft back on, plus last year's draft back on, and we're back to work. No, they are fully tearing this team apart and going through like a kind of a mid-level type rebuild with this roster. 12-5 last year. 12-5. Just like Arsenio said, we should have just ran it back with a few additions. It was real simple. We could have kept Amari Cooper. Amari Cooper goes to the Browns. What did they do? It wasn't even 2 days. Amari Cooper probably haven't even moved yet. Probably haven't even seen his locker. They restructured it. Mixed it up, restructured it. Boom, the money works, right? Because that was the whole dilemma, right? Nobody wanted to take on the Amari Cooper contract. Nobody wanted to take on the Amari Cooper contract. The Browns did it, remixed it, boom. Now they're adding on Deshaun Watson. You know? And so that's the thing. So if they really wanted to keep Amari Cooper, they could have kept Amari Cooper. With the money that DeMarcus Lawrence freed up, they could have kept Randy Gregory and DeMarcus Lawrence. They could have signed LVE still. They could have signed Luke Gifford still. They could have brought J-Ron Kearse back in this $10 million deal for 2 years. They could have kept this roster in place, and they chose not to due to whatever reason. Due to whatever reasons, right? They tore it up, and now they got a lot of holes that they need to fill, and especially with the offensive line, because still with the offensive line, you know, I know we're going to do some mock drafts coming up. That left guard position really hasn't been fulfilled. We really don't have our swing tackle. We got rid of La'el Collins. So now Terrence is going to be the right tackle. So if Terrence is the right tackle and Tyron Smith goes down, who are you going to swing over there? Ty Nsekhe? Are you going to plug in Connor McGovern and give him another go at left guard? What are you going to do about the center position? You have question marks now. We went from a team that had a real solidified roster to question marks everywhere, and it's frustrating. Let's see what Jose's talking about. Tuck, do you not get it? Let me explain. You pay Cooper $20 million, but he decides not to get vaccinated. Yeah, we ain't doing that, bro. He didn't get vaccinated. Cooper, they don't even have the vaccination clause anymore. Players don't have to get vaccinated to play, so that is not an issue. What about that? What if I told you that the NFL has gotten rid of COVID rules and COVID protocols, so Cooper's vaccination status wouldn't even mean anything for the 2022 season? Anyway, most teams in the playoff last year had field goal kickers on rookie contracts. Other teams treat their field goal kickers like stars. Cowboys need help in field goal scouting. So here's what Cowboys fans have to prepare themselves for. I know we just re-signed our punter, Brian Anger, back to a deal for $9 million. I would not be shocked if you know who comes back. I wouldn't. I feel like they're going to make the move, because here's the thing. And, I'll never tell, Cowboys media how to do your job. Get your money and do what you got to do best for your family. But if I had credentials and I'm sitting in front of Mike McCarthy, Stephen Jones, Jerry Jones, and chucking up, right? I would ask the question, why did you decide to move on from Greg the Leg? And I would sit, my arms folded, and I would wait. Why did you decide to move on from Greg Zuerlein? And if they say, well, Greg had some issues last year with his back, he had some inconsistencies, or, we just found that we had other options, I would say, okay, so why did you cancel out all competition as a field goal kicker? Last year, Greg Zuerlein was struggling. We asked you this question, so you make excuses for his back. Why did you continue to stay with him? Why? Why did they continue to stay with Greg Zuerlein through all his inconsistencies? It cost us games. Salute to my guy SoFlo and also Nisha. They just had their baby boy, new Cowboy born. So salute to them. We was out there in Tampa and we saw Greg Zuerlein cost us that game, but they never did anything to make a switch. It didn't. And so it's just frustrating because what the Cowboys are doing, it just doesn't make sense from a football standpoint. Let's go to La'el Collins, right? La'el Collins started the first game. He got suspended. They brought Terrence Steele in. Terrence Steele played well. All right. La'el comes back. He's kind of in the doghouse. You have the left tackle position and Ty Smith go down. You swing Steele over the left tackle. You now have Collins at your right tackle. Smith comes back. La'el is your right tackle. Steele is on the bench. Okay. Now, if you believe that, hey, Terrence Steele is a better tackle right now, right tackle, and he's the right tackle of the future, then why did you go back to La'el? Especially if you were planning to move on from him. Now, some people say because they wanted to get La'el's trade value up. Yeah, but we released them for free $99. So that's the thing. Like, it just doesn't make sense. If you believe in Terrence Steele that much that you can move on from La'el Collins, why not just keep Terrence Steele at the right tackle position? Why did you play musical chairs with the right tackle position? And so these are the head scratchers that a lot of Dallas Cowboys fans are frustrated with right now because it just doesn't make sense. It just doesn't make sense from any standpoint. It doesn't. Jose says, good riddance to Collins. Offensive line played better with Steele. So, Jose, answer the question. Why did they make the change? Why did you make the change? And my guy Roberto says they should have put him back at left guard. Why? They didn't make any adjustments. La'el came back. When he finally got the doghouse, they even made him a captain for one, honorary captain for one game, right? And he had the job throughout the playoffs. And so it's like, why did you do that if you had no intention? Because they have these conversations. They have these conversations like, all right, we can move on from La'el and go with Terrence Steele. Then why not just roll with Terrence Steele? Hey, I didn't see your question. Let me scroll up here. Cowboys fans are locked in an offensive guard at 24. The board may not fall. Who do you like in the second round? Start left guard day one. Good question. Let me pause you on that because I'm gonna get into draft stuff here a little bit, but I'll come back to that. La'el at left guard is where he should be, and Texas Bread said it. I think that La'el may have played over Terrence Steele just because they were paying him more. Which makes sense, right? But then you had other players who made less that was playing over the higher played positions, and they moved on from a guy. I'm not going to bring his name up because I know how people like to act, but they moved on from players they were already paying and was still going against the cap for $9 million. And so the football logic with this team doesn't make sense. And here Jose says people feel like they know more than the GM. But here's the thing, Jose. I appreciate everyone who watches my show. If you want cupcake, Cowboys, Kool-Aid, Fed, front office, media, go to DallasCowboys.com. You can get that there. They can tell you all the great things the front office is doing. They can tell you about these signings have been great and it's putting us in the right position. And we got these cheap contracts and we're killing it right now. DallasCowboys.com. Go to there. Tell them Tuck sent you. Collins is gone. Remember they made that change when Tyron Smith got hurt and moved to the left tackle. He did not get the job back when he returned. Yeah, exactly. Why did he not get the job back? Why did he not get the job back? They played La'el Collins because he was the best player. I mean, there was the argument, was he the best player? Me personally, I feel like La'el Collins was perfectly fine at right tackle. But if you think that, all right, Still's going to be our guy for the future, we're going to move on, why not just go with Still? Because Still was playing decent and he played left tackle and right tackle as well. SoFlo says this could be Dak and Zeke's last season together. Yeah, it absolutely is. It absolutely is. Because here's what's going to happen, and I said this on Twitter, and y'all can pin it, I can bring it back, screenshot it, whatever. If you play fantasy football, draft Tony Pollard. Draft Tony Pollard, because what's going to happen, here is what's going to happen when it comes to Zeke and Tony Pollard. They got Zeke on the hook for $18 million, right? You give Tony Pollard more carries because some of the fan base, they've been asking for more Tony Pollard. Okay, you give Tony Pollard more carries. He's in the last year of his contract. You sign him to a kind of a mid-level deal with Tony Pollard. And then you can spin it with the fan base that, hey, Zeke is done. You know, we had to move on from Zeke and everything is smooth. Ezekiel Elliott is going to get the Amari Cooper treatment next year in Dallas. I guarantee it. I see it unfolding. It's already there. They're going to give him the Amari Cooper treatment. They're going to try to put some things on his name. He's out of shape or, you know, he wasn't, you know, blah, blah, blah. But here's the fun part about that. Zeke's not going to go down quiet like Amari Cooper did. He's going to air it out. But, you know, you're going to see an uptick in Tony Pollard, and they're going to turn it down a little bit notch when it comes to Ezekiel Elliott, so that way they can get out of the contract. Now, they might ask Zeke for a pay cut. He might do it. I doubt it. But, yeah, and those are the type of games that the front office plays. Cole Beasley comes out and tells you that. You're just like, nah, I ain't listening to Cole Beasley. Dez Bryant comes out and tells y'all that. Nah, he's emotional. I say it, y'all not going to listen to me. Y'all not listening to people who actually play for the Cowboys and telling you what's going on in the front office controls and dictates what's going on and who's playing who and who's getting touches. And La'el Collins is playing because of money issues, even if they think Terrence Still's the better. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Let's see here. Let's see. Cowboys for life, but Steve is killing me, J Tuck. What is Steve doing? Let's see. We have coaches to make those decisions because they are hands-on. We are not. But here's the problem, Steve. Steve, you have to understand, our coaching staff, they don't make the decisions. They don't make the decisions. They are the puppeteers from up top. You mean to tell me you don't think that Jerry Jones and Stephen Jones has no impact with the roster? You mean to tell me that Jerry Jones and Stephen Jones has zero control over who's playing, who's getting reps? I don't know, man. Maybe Stephen Jones, aka Steve White, man. Stephen is doing good. Hey, are you the Stephen Jones burner account on Twitter, man? I'm starting to think. Man. But the lunatic, I agree. I just think. But here's the thing. I get some Cowboys fans' perspective, right? It's like wrestling, right? You know, some of y'all watch wrestling. Not everybody wants to know wrestling is fake. Some people just want to be entertained and just like, look at him get hit with the chair, look at the blood, look at the, some people just want to be entertained. And I will never knock a Dallas Cowboy fan for just wanting to be gun-ho, optimistic, everything is perfectly fine, and here we are, But that's not what we do here. Y'all watched my channel long enough to know we keep it real. We might tell you, hey, bro, that chair really didn't hit him like that. Those chest slaps, he really didn't fall. He really didn't tombstone him on his neck like that. Like his knees were right there to give him a cushion, right? But hey, that's what we do here on this channel. So it might not be for everybody, but I will never come on this channel because I owe it to my viewers and y'all in the fan base not come over here and just give y'all watered down Kool-Aid. Everybody relax. Everything is fine. Everything's good. Everything's fine. We're fine. We're fine. We still run the East. We got it. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh yeah, Super Bowl, Arizona, let's go. Like, no. Just like my guy Lux, follow the money. You know? And it's kind of like sports betting. Like, I kind of got into sports betting for a little bit, and you notice, like, when you start to really get into sports betting and you look at things, it'll really tell you what the outcome of the game is going to be. You look at the money, follow the money, it will tell you pretty much 98% of the story, and especially when it comes to the Dallas Cowboys. Follow the money. Follow the money. Follow the money. Spot rack, that's where you need to go. Because it'll tell you. You know what I'm saying? Choke slam is real. Can't fake that. Yeah, you know, but sometimes the choke slam. And here's the thing. I used to be a huge wrestling fan. So let's my guy Skywalker Steel. He's going to WrestleMania. I used to be a huge wrestling fan. And then one day I just woke up and it's like, you know, this is, you know, it was John Cena. I'm anti John Cena. Like, John Cena killed my spirit when it came to wrestling. And rest in peace to Scott Hall, the bad guy. I love NWO. But yeah, I just woke up and just it's fake, you know. And I feel like that is what's happening to Cowboys fans. Like, we liked it, we enjoy all the excitement and the rah-rahs and everything's kind of going on. And I feel like some Cowboys fans are just waking up and be like, this is fake. This is fake as hell, and I'm not enjoying it. So, you know, it's one of those things. So here we come, as far as free agency is concerned, right? Because we got to do something with this money. We got to do something. I don't know what we're going to do with it, build a damn clubhouse or whatever. But we got to use this money. So what are some of the free agents that are still available that you guys would like to bring in for Dallas? Now, you can't lowball some of these guys, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, you're going to have to make a reasonable offer. But I feel like, you know, one of the names I mentioned, you know, on Twitter, Eric Flowers. I know my guy Nix is real high on Will Hernandez, the left guard from the New York Giants. There's also Melvin Ingram, pass rusher who was in Kansas City. You have Calais Campbell, you know, so you have some of those names, JPP, Linville, Joseph. But what are some of the players' names as far as free agents that you guys are thinking about bringing in? Because we have to fill this roster. Now, I said my top priority list was Jaron Kearse. Then I also had Anger, you know, the punter. He was a priority. And then also another guy that I'm still waiting on to get that tweet from is Brett Urban. I would like to bring back Brett Urban. I'm not sure where the Cowboys are as far as negotiations with him, but those are kind of the few in-house guys that I'm waiting on is Urban. But after that, man, we need to go outside and start to fill this roster, because going into the draft, cap money don't roll over like minutes do. Nah, like a lot of these young kids don't know about them rollover minutes, man. You usually try to roll those minutes over. As far as the draft, here's what I've been trying to tell people. As good as our draft class was last year, we got 2 starters out of it. That's Osa and Micah, right? So once again, temper your expectations when it comes to the draft. We aren't going to have a draft where we have 7 new starters. We got our left guard, we got our end rusher, we got a new cornerback all starting out there. We might have 2.5 players really contribute, because you also got to think about they're going to be competing with players from last year to get that spot. SoFlo says, I want Clowney. What's up, my guy Tyler, CFO in the house? Hit that like button. Jose Christian said money can be rolled over. All right, man, roll it over, man. Roll it over. You do a rollover, you know, like roll over like your 401k. Clowney would be a nice option as well. I mean, there's also, I've seen people mention Ndamukong Suh, Patrick Peterson. That name's kind of floating around. I agree, Arsenio. I would like to have Bobby Wagner. Now, the reports we're saying today, it is a long shot. It's a long shot when it comes to Bobby Wagner, and so I just don't think. So yeah, you said you will for Micah, Osa, Joseph, and Cox. Cox didn't start. Joseph didn't start. Osa got in due to injuries. So yeah, Micah. You see, we still got Cox coming back off injury. Yeah. So you still have Cox coming back off injury. How that's going to work out as well. But then you think about it, they're really only going to use and be a nickel a majority of the time. So you're going to have two linebackers. You probably have LVE. You have Mikey out there. You're going to have J-Ron, the big nickel as well. So, Cox is still going to have to kind of work his way in, because even when Cox was healthy, it wasn't until the Giants game he finally got some reps. He was really on special teams. Wouldn't mind Patrick Peterson can also play safety. Yeah, I like Patrick Peterson. Now here's the thing: we just re-signed Malik Hooker, right? Which is I was ecstatic about that. And correct me if I'm wrong, y'all. I personally would be okay if we moved on from Dan Quinn's old guys in KZ and also Keanu O'Neal. Me personally, I'm cool on them. I can move out with Neal and also KZ. I feel like Hooker, you have Donovan Wilson still, and then you have J-Ron Curse, and then you also have the opportunity, if Israel Mukwamu steps up and steps forward. With the young corners, you still have, you have Nashawn Wright still in the pipeline. So you still have some of these young corners as well. I feel like LVE would be linebacker 3 or 4. I think that he is going to get a lot of reps still. I think that Dan Quinn likes LVE. Now, maybe, once Cox really comes and starts to turn up a little bit, you can kind of see that transcend. But I think moving forward, LVE and Mikey are going to be your two core linebackers. Cowboys have 5 cornerbacks, not signing anybody else. They're probably bringing some others, but, just kind of camp bodies. What about them 6 picks the Texans got for Watson? Bro, I thought I blocked Eastside Hurl, bro. I'm going to turn somebody into a mod, and so y'all can block him. Block, bro. Nah. Where you at? Oh, you still in here? Nah. Because here's the thing, and I want to say this. I am not blocking Eastside Hurl due to his trolling, but when I have guests, whether it's male or female, you will show my guests the ultimate respect. And you making sexual remarks and pokes at some of the females that I have on my channel doesn't fly on this channel. So take your ass somewhere else. Somebody block them. Let me see if I can even do it. Hold on. Let's see here. Yeah, I thought I blocked you, bro. Get the hell up out of here, though. That's what I'm saying. When I have guests on my channel, they're in my house, and you will show them the ultimate respect. Now, some of the guys, you can troll them back and forth, but no, you're not going to be making those sexual gestures and comments about their appearance and all that stuff. That's cornball stuff. We don't do that here. All right, so I'm getting ready to turn on the phone lines here. Hit us up, and we're going to get it popping, man. Call me. Let's see here. That part. Let me get these phone lines set up, and we can get things moving. Like I said, call in. We're gonna air it out. Keep the questions flowing. Yeah, bro. I don't do that. I don't do that cornball stuff, bro. Like, nah. Let's see here. Boom. All right. Neal gone. I mean, as of right now, I could see Neal being gone. I wouldn't be opposed. All right, so the phone lines are lit. Go ahead and give us a call, man, and we're gonna get this thing popping. We got a new subscriber. What's up, Jordan Slaughter? Welcome to the family. No, I'm not angry today. I'm perfectly fine, bro. I just got off a vacation from Dominican Republic. Why would I be angry? I'm just saying, if I'm gonna have guests on my channel, you will respect them. Like, you're not gonna sit here and make sexual comments about the guest, because this is my house. You know what I'm saying? I make the rules. That's like coming to my house and talking about making sexual comments about my cousin or something. Like, nah, I don't want that slide. Let's see here. Nah, man, call in, Steve, man. Get your opinions out. This is what it's for. Man, I will never hate you for your opinion. It just has to be respectful. Do we need another wide receiver before the draft? I don't think so. We still got, we signed James Washington. You still got Simi. You still got Malik Turner you brought back as well. You got Noah Brown. You got, some of those other players that were undrafted free agents. When it comes to my guy TJ Vasher I posted about. And so, yeah, bro, I had toes in the sand, margaritas in my hand, man. I ain't mad about nothing. Like, I think Cowboys fans were like burning up mad, bro. Like, I was having a good old time, chilling. We had a good time, man. So, yeah, I ain't mad. It's like, you should be frustrated though, because as Cowboys fans, you should always just want better. You should always want better. Did I do it wrong? I got too many numbers. Hold up, let me fix it. You got me, lunatic. Good catch, man. Hold on. Yeah, y'all about to call some number in in some other country. Hold on, let me fix it real quick. Let's see here. Where's the number? Booyah. There we go. Yeah, I thought we did sign Malik Turner. Didn't we sign Malik Turner? I thought we did re-sign Malik Turner. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I thought we brought him back. I thought he was signed after Noah Brown. Simi will be a big player this year coming on the season for real, especially they use him as a hybrid tight end. Yeah, and I like Simi. All right, so we got phone call. Hold on, let me get us right. I already know who this caller is. Hey, caller, state your name and where you from.
You know who this is. It's the lunatic. How you doing, my brother?
Hey, what's going on, my guy? How you been, man?
Well, I've been doing better so far. This offseason has started to pick up steam, but, what do we expect? We're always second week, third week players after the draft players, that second tier, third tier.
Mm-hmm.
But we're starting to pick up steam. I like, again, anger, can't be angry. He was
right.
A weapon. We saw him as a weapon. We signed him.
Right.
The only thing that got me upset about, again, D-Law, Steven Jones. I call him Steve, so does my Cowboys family, because he doesn't like to be called Steve. But he's making Steve moves.
Right.
He is pissing off our players. D-Law, yes, I wanted a pay cut, not $10 million. That's
right.
Disrespecting a man.
Right.
He is putting his health on the line for himself and his family. And you're going to do that to him? Oh, thankfully Jerry, the closer, got us out of that deal.
Right.
Hey, here it is. And then Randy Gregory, you read more of his tweets, and I think they're more towards Steven Jones, not Jerry Jones.
Right.
And even J-Rock, yes. Green Dot, we got him. We saw what he did in Dan Quinn's system.
Mm-hmm.
He can do it again. But, heck, as I said earlier, it's not like we were trading Russell Wilson there. Why did it take so long?
Right.
It was probably the lowballing that Steven Jones loves to do.
Right.
It's that, listen, you want a championship, it's going to cost you.
Right.
You want to bring that talent, you sometimes are going to have to, as Jerry says, overpay for players.
Right.
Especially the ones that you want to keep.
Right.
These are the players that you want to keep. Come on, Steve. Come on, Steven. Sign the papers, as Jerry says. Let him get hand cramps. He wants to sign those checks. Let him bring in that talent. It's not always our own draft picks that we draft and develop.
Right.
Other teams draft picks that they developed, they let him hit free agency, and we add them to our chess pieces.
Right. Because here's the thing I'm going to say to Lunatic, bro. When you do that and you lowball these offers, the simple mindset that these players are having, they don't feel appreciated. It's hard because, like you said, like DeMarcus Lawrence has been the anchor of our defense for so long, and to come out with that disrespectful offer, as a man, your pride is on the line. Like, hell no, I'm not going to do that. And so other players, they talk to each other, they have conversations, and they're sitting back and thinking, damn, if they would do DeMarcus Lawrence like that, if they did Coop like that, imagine how they would do me. And so when we start having these negotiations, when players are free agency and everyone's like, oh, let's take a team-friendly deal, this is why they don't, because they feel like if they do, the organization's going to slap them in the face. And I think there's a disconnect. And we saw even Dez mention this. It's Steven Jones that it's really you're getting all the animosity towards. It's not Jerry, because we know Jerry loves his players. Like, if Jerry would have just removed the clause and got Randy Gregory in-house, but it's like Steven Jones is having these deals with these players and it's pushing them out of the door, and it's making Dallas an unattractive landing spot for a lot of people. Like, I'm not going to come play to Dallas just because of the star for hella cheap. I'm not going to do it.
And let's take a look at Malik Hooker's earlier tweets before we let Amari go. We were wondering, hey, why did he tweet that about, hey, you're doing this to players who rode with you last year?
Right.
Who was he talking to? Well, we may have said, oh, maybe it was Cooper. Maybe it was him.
Right.
Maybe it was he knew Javon Curse's negotiations or something like that.
Right.
And then again, with Randy and social media, these players talk to each other. They know, hey, it's not Jerry, it's Steven. Steven thinks he's the smartest person in the room, and he just wants the negotiation win more than the Super Bowl win.
Exactly. That's exactly what it is. It feels like the negotiations winning is the most important thing. Like, yeah, you see what I did to J-Ron Curse? I got him. No, man, that's not the type of, team building that you want to do. You want to make sure your players feel appreciated and valued, not drastically overpaid. But if, the conversation between extra $2 to $3 million, that's perfectly fine, man. But, hey, my guy, the Lunatic, man, let everybody know where they can find you, bro.
Hey, I just follow you guys. I'm at Twitter, at the Lunatic8. We'll be here throughout the season. Again, as I said earlier, I've been through 1-15. I've seen 4 of the last 5 Super Bowls. But I also remember 3 straight 5-11 seasons under Dave Campbell. But I am blue and silver till death. I just hope Steve gets out of the way.
Right.
And Jerry says, hey, you know what? Let me get the reins. Let me get the hand cramps from hoisting one more Lombardi or several and passing them on to Dak.
Exactly.
Which I know we can do.
Exactly. Hey, I appreciate it, my guy. We got another caller, man. Take care, bro. Go Cowboys.
You got it. Thank you, Cowboys Nation. Go Cowboys.
All right. Hey, caller, state your name and where you from.
Hey, this is Kevin Ramon, Austin, Texas, man. What's up, dude?
Hey, what's going on, my guy, man? How you doing, man?
Hey, doing good, man. I'm glad I actually was able to call in, man. Get some time chop it up with you.
Yeah.
Quick and try not to be all over the map, all right?
All right.
My frustration, and I hear it. I hate when people come on Twitter and say Cowboys fans need to stop whining. I feel like we have every reason to be upset with the front office.
Right.
And where I'm coming from right now, and my frustration. One, last season broke me. I've been a lifelong Cowboys fan. I'm always optimistic. I'm never negative because there's enough of that. But this last season really broke my spirit. I was the one saying, hey, this team is different. This team is different. And to be let down and end the same was hard. This is my frustration. My frustration is with Steven Jones and the Joneses, however you want to put it. And the reason why that is because fans come out every year, and I already heard the deep conversation. Fans come out every year talking about let's cut our best players or let's cut players because they're underperforming from their contract.
Right.
They need cap space. I have such a problem with that because Steven Jones does not spend money.
Right.
So my biggest beef is like, why are we doing all this contract restructure, cutting players, and not getting anything back for them? But that's a whole other topic. Is why are we doing all this and not spending money?
Right.
Every franchise around the league, the 49ers, the Rams, the Ravens, hey, when they suck, but guess what? They move money around to sign players to try to be better.
Right.
Dallas is the only team that tries to build through the draft. The reality is the draft's maybe going to give you 1 or 2 starters, like you said, and there's still going to be a lot of holes on this team.
Right.
It's hard to be optimistic, but I'm a Cowboys fan. I'm going to be optimistic no
Right.
matter what.
Right.
But it is hard because the way they handle the money, and the way Jerry and Steven always talks about, well, this is for the next couple of years. It's so false. It's a false narrative. It's like you've been saying a couple of years since 2010. At what point are you going to actually spend money to make this team better?
Right.
But Chuck, I'll get off. I'll listen. I don't want to hog up all the time. I appreciate you, dog. I look forward to seeing more shows, man.
Hey, appreciate you, my guy. But yeah, man, I think that is the huge frustration when it comes to Cowboys fans is that if you're going to clear cap space like we've done, where's the power move? Where's it at? Where's it going? And here's the crazy part, y'all. We have made more moves and lost more players to clear cap space than we did when we needed to sign Dak Prescott. Like, if this was last year, then they could have blamed it all on Dak, right? We had to clear his place to get our quarterback signed. And then some of these Dak haters would have bought it up and soaked it up and be like, yeah, see, we couldn't keep Amari Cooper. We had to let go of Randy Gregory because we had to get Dak Prescott signed. It wasn't unfair. But now it's like, all right, so we gotten all this cap space freed up. Where's the power move? And I don't know what player the power move can really be. Like, you tell me we're losing all this to sign Bobby Wagner, we're going to hella overpay Bobby Wagner. That's the case. Like, and so I don't know where the move is coming from. Is there a trade in place possibly? I don't know. Typically, we don't like to trade our picks for players, right? So it's hard to see the picture. Just like it's hard to see the bigger picture. I don't know what the front office is doing. Nobody does. And it just doesn't make sense from a football perspective. You don't have to have played in the NFL. You don't have to be connected or a coach or a GM to say the moves that we're making doesn't make sense. I mean, hell, you can be a Madden player and be like, all right, it doesn't make sense. And you're pretty much peeling back the roster, as we mentioned, and setting it back and just hoping that this team can be in contention versus making power moves and putting us in the best position to be a Super Bowl contender. We are not done building the 22 team yet. I agree, but the grocery list is getting shorter. The grocery list is getting shorter, man. Like, you know, like, bro, it's that simple. Like, you had a whole bunch of things on the list, right? If you told me, look, we're going to clear cap space, we about to go out and get Smith, we're going to go get, the Honey Badger, we're going to bring in Bobby Wagner, then I'd be like, all right, Randy Gregory, you got to go. Amari Cooper, you got to go. That would make sense, but the list is shortening. We're not going to go get Honey Badger after we just signed Malik Hooker and Jaron Kearse. That's out the window. Bobby Wagner is pretty much highly unlikely. We just lost Smith. We lost Hunter. Like, where is the money going to go? And I said this last year, and I don't think a lot of people caught it. Last year was one of the worst things that could happen to the Dallas Cowboys organization. It's because Stephen Jones did it. Stephen Jones did it. He found him a Jaron Kearse, right? He got him a Malik Hooker and a DeMonte KZ last year that kind of played it well for you. You know, you even brought in Maurice Canada that had a decent camp. You know, so it worked. And so he is thinking, I can do it again. I'll do it again. I don't need a Jaron Kearse. I'll make another one. All right? I'll find another one. And so he built this confidence, but I don't trust it, and you guys don't trust it, and rightfully so, because more than times we've seen, he's failed at doing it. When you have opportunities to seize the window, because our quarterback's getting older, our running back is getting older, this team is getting a lot older. The window is open. We really need to strike, especially if you look at the NFC. Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady, some other teams, and then there's us. The window of going to the Super Bowl out of the NFC is open. This should be the team in time where you should be going all in, all out, load the deck, load the clip. Load the clip. And here's my case. I want to make this some of y'all. If we go all in, we blow up the cap, right? What do we have to lose? We're losing high quality players already as it is. Right, so what do you have to lose? You know, quarterback sign, you'll get Diggs signed. Micah is down the pipe, so you don't worry about that. You'll get CD signed. What do you got to lose? And so it's just frustrating. So in Cowboys Nation, just like my guy Ramon says, don't ever let anyone tell you you cannot be frustrated. You're a consumer. You're a consumer. I see people who complain about Madden every year. Madden sucks. Madden sucks. Madden sucks. Right? I should be like, stop complaining about Madden. It sucks, but stop playing. Just trust EA Sports, man. It's a video game. Nah. When you are a consumer, you have the right to voice your opinion. If you go to a restaurant and the food is bad, you're not supposed to say, "Oh man, just let it slide, bro." Like, nah. I paid for horrible food. I expect more. And the same thing with Cowboys fans. We have every right to voice our concern because it's been 26 years. We have gotten nothing in return. Y'all spend money. I spend money. Memorabilia, Oxnard traveling, all the, what I'm saying? I know Cowboys fans going to Cancun for a Cowboys retreat. We do all that. Get nothing in return. So you have every right to voice your frustration, and my platform will always be a place for you guys to come and voice your frustrations. Maybe other platforms don't allow it, but here Absolutely, because ultimately what we're all trying to do is get that 6th championship, man. So I appreciate everyone. I'm gonna keep the phone lines on for about 5 more minutes. Keep things coming. Let me see here. My guy Professor O had some questions about some draft stuff, and we'll probably do some draft stuff this Friday. Let's try to do margaritas and mocks. I need to hit up the fam, see if everyone is available, so we can do some more mock drafts. And I'll tell you like this. The mock draft is getting a little bit more difficult, man, because not only do we have a lot of picks, other teams have a lot of picks, and a lot of the players that we were high on are flying off the board hella quick. So it's like, all right, we really got to roll up our sleeves. So we'll probably do that this weekend, or the Friday night, or either Saturday night. So the guy that I mentioned that I've been high on Professor O has been Ed Ingram, out of LSU. I've spoken about him for a while. Cole Strange out of Chattanooga, you know about him. Justin Schaefer, your guy out of Georgia. So those kind of my day two. Dylan Parham, out of Memphis. Those are kind of my day two guards that I think can probably step in and be plug and plays. Because honestly, like outside Kenyon Green and Zion Johnson, I don't think anyone else, as far as a guard per se or interior offensive lineman, will be worthy of the 24th pick. I know a lot of people say about Tyler Lindenbaum. Me personally, I just don't think the Cowboys are fully done with Tyler Biadasz, and so they're not going to take a center that high. If they're going to get a center, it might be in free agency, or it might be something they take later in later rounds, but I just don't think they're going to take another center at 24. I think they're high on Tyler. Let's see. Yeah, mock draft Friday. So yeah, I'll hit the family, man. We'll do some margaritas and mocks. Now I'm not drinking no margaritas until the draft, man, because trust me, I had more than enough margaritas out in the Dominican, so I'm margaritaed out for quite some time. But I'm like, nah, I can't have no more margaritas. But when the draft comes, I'll definitely have some margaritas. But we're probably gonna do something Friday night. Ryan Doyle says top priority offensive line. Yeah, and an offensive line coach will be nice as well. If they draft Burks, it would be Ed Ingram at 56. All right, yeah. I wouldn't be opposed for drafting Burks. I feel like we do need a wide receiver. Now, here's the interesting thing, right? When it comes to wide receivers, I personally think there's a long list of guys you can get on day two that can step in and fill the void. But when I was doing the mocks, it was getting wiped out, man. They were getting wiped out kind of quick. So, the Sky Moores that we kind of spoke about, the Jahan Dotsons and the Jalen Tolberts and some of the other guys we've been mentioning so frequently on this channel and others, they're getting wiped up kind of quickly because they're moving up the board. But you're also hearing conversations about Kenyon Green sliding a little bit. He didn't have the best pro day and combine numbers, and so you might hear he might slide a little bit as well. But I think if Kenyon Green falls to us at 24, I'm just taking him or Zion Johnson. It's just a simple plug and play. We know our need. Special cases. Yeah, Moore might go in the first now. Yeah, Sky Moore's agent needs to send us a check, bro. He needs to send us a check because that we did that. Like, look around, right? CFO gang, Star gang. We pushed Sky Moore to the top of the draft boards, man. He need to cut us a check, man. George Pickens also dropped the Chris Olave video. I'm going to drop more draft videos, and y'all let me know, man. Here's the thing. I'm going to drop more draft videos for y'all. I'm just not going to make them cute no more. So, what I mean? I like presentation. I like my stuff to look a little clean, right? But now I think I'm just going to just hit y'all with film. It's not going to have all the flashy graphics and all the, the whoosh and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to hit y'all with film, and we're going to keep things rolling because we're starting to ramp up as we get closer to the draft. So I want to make sure I get that content out to y'all. Roberto says, how do you feel about Bernard Raymond? So funny you mentioned him. I said, Bernard Raymond, if you draft him, because now since we got Dalton Schultz back, we just signed Jeremy Sprinkle, and you got Sean McKeon, but y'all know me, I've been wanting a tight end, right? If you draft Raymond, you kind of get your tackle, and you also get your tight end, and we know how Kellen Moore likes to send out tackles up the field on passing down, so you might can do that with Raymond and run these little trick plays that Kellen Moore's trying to do. But I like Raymond. He's solid. He's a little unpolished, but I feel like eventually he can grow into being a NFL starting left tackle. Treylon Burks will be there at 24. Watch. I feel like so let me ask y'all this, right? Here we are, it's draft day, we out in Vegas, we're having a good old time, right? Treylon Burks is on the board, Kenyon Green's on the board. Which one do you take? Let me know in the chat. Jose, yeah, Sky Moore, George Pickens will be the Chiefs pick. Yeah, I can see that. Or they can probably go with London as well. It's fishing all day. All right, Steve's been fishing, man. So you've been relaxing, chilling as well. See, all of my drafts have Raymond in there. Cowboys met with Lucas Kroll. Matto says Burks isn't special in my opinion. Yeah, because here's what I'm saying, y'all. If you draft a wide receiver at 24, how do the Dallas Cowboys spin that? And what I mean by spin, right? You took CeeDee Lamb in 2020 at 17. All right, he's going to be your primary wide receiver. I know some people got skeptical about that. But then you also have Michael Gallup, who you just signed. All right. So you have James Washington, who you just signed, which I kind of think could kind of be a camp guy. He'll be fighting, right? Someone corrected me. They haven't signed Malik Turner, which, okay, damn. Now we got to go get Malik Turner because I feel like Malik Turner is a dynamic wide receiver, right? So you have those kind of three core guys. How do you explain it that you're going, and you also have Dalton Schultz, right, who you tag. If you draft Treylon Burks, then you're pretty much saying you didn't need one of the two wide receivers, right? So you didn't need to sign Michael Gallup and draft a slot guy and Treylon Burks at 24. And so I feel like if you're going to get a wide receiver, you really want to get him in the second or third round to really kind of be your plug-in guy. Like, because you draft the wide receiver at 24, the expectation is that he's going to be involved heavily in the offense out the gate. And I just feel like there's other needs when it comes to Dallas Cowboys offense, which is specifically offensive line. You also have, Simi. You also have Vasher. Like, there's other players in the pipe. Like, I just don't see the drastic need of drafting a wide receiver at 24. And y'all know I love wide receivers. Now, Chris just brought up Gallup won't be ready. I know Gallup said he's going to be ready for week 1. I think he's probably going to be ready like probably miss 3 to 4 games. I think that was why they brought in James Washington, kind of fill that void until Gallup gets back. Let's see here. I think Tuck hit on players who shouldn't be dismissed. The Cowboys have plans for TJ Vasher. Yeah, because they kept TJ Vasher in-house last year. You know, like they could let him hit the waivers. They specifically kept TJ Vasher. And if you followed my content for a long time, y'all know I'm a huge TJ Vasher fan going to draft last year as well. So, you see, I don't like the mix of skills in the top 3. If we draft Burks, I want a complimentary price that adds something different. The guys I want should be available at 56 and 88. Yeah. And when it comes to the draft, it's all about value, right? And like I said, if you draft Treylon Burks, you're not going to draft a wide receiver 3, you know what I'm saying, at 24. Now, we do know that they can move out from Michael Gallup's contract, kind of like Amari's, right? But that's a 2-year void. So I just don't see them going heavily with the wide receiver at that spot. Let's see here. I haven't heard anything about Vash. I don't think Vash makes the squad. I think Vasher will make the squad, man, because they kept him strategically for a reason. Now, if you go and you get some of these other big-time free agents, you know, or draft picks, then maybe you'll have to compete a little bit. But they have plans for TJ Vasher. I believe that they do. Because the thing about Vasher really didn't have a full camp last year because he had the hamstring injury. So, and they have plans for him. But I like TJ Vasher. You know, I was ecstatic when he got him as an undrafted free agency. Burks adds something different. Look at his tape. Jose, are you subscribed to the channel, bro? Be honest. Are you subscribed to the channel? Because y'all know draft film breakdown is what we do. It's pretty much what we do here. You know, like somebody fill Jose in. Fill Jose in on what we do on the CFO gang and Star gang because he doesn't think that we've seen Treylon Burks film. Fill him in. Let's see, Tycon Thornton. I'm seeing Thornton starting to pop up in a lot of mocks as well. So So here, I want to give y'all a fair shot, fam. I'm going to give y'all a fair shot because I did it today on Twitter. I posted a mock, and I said I'm going to pick one of the best mocks that can beat my mocks. I had a damn good mock this morning. If y'all can beat it, and I'm going to give y'all a gift card. So tag me on Twitter, post your mock draft. It has to be PFF, no trades. You know what I'm saying? No trades, just straight up, boom. Tag me in your mock, and then by the end of this week, I'm going to pick a winner. And I'm going to send y'all a gift card to the Dallas Cowboys Pro Shop. Washington's a camp body. Too many drops with Pittsburgh. There's a lot of unknowns when it comes to James Washington. I don't think he's going to be... I mean, he's going to be one of those guys that could be on the fringe when it comes to making the final 52 roster. But I think they really have plans on him, and I think he's kind of the insurance policy for Michael Gallup. But, like, his stature and his status really isn't that high. He hasn't had really explosive seasons, so it's a lot of unproven. But here comes Steven says I don't tweet. Well, here's the thing, y'all. I can't get on Facebook because someone hacked my Facebook, and so I'm trying to get the CFO Facebook group back, and I'm just trying to work all these strings out right now. I've been talking to Facebook and all this kind of crap, so I've been hacked. So I can't post on the Facebook, and y'all can't tag me on Facebook as of right now. So post it in Star Gang, Steve, and then O or Nix or Spoonie or Mario get it to me, and I'll take a look at it. I think he might be thinking Deontay Johnson. Washington has never had more than 5 drops in the season. Alex Pierce is going round 2 after his combine. Washington's a good number 4. Big Ben, noodle arm. Yeah, I mean, here's the thing, but Cowboys real intact down the field like that. So James Washington's going to be interesting. So we'll see how that works out. I personally would like to bring back Malik Turner. That's where I'm at with it. Yeah, I agree. Washington is starting in Gallup's spot until he returns back. Yeah, because I mean, the hard part when it comes to the Cowboys, man, is like, it depends on what the plan is when it comes to him. Because, like, remember Maurice Kennedy, right? Maurice Kennedy had an outstanding camp as Ocknard, but he didn't get the job. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I feel like James Washington is going to be a camp body. He might have a good camp. He might flash a little bit. But when Michael Gallup comes back, it's Michael Gallup's spot. So whoever's really going to own that wide receiver spot is going to be whoever's able to get that slot position. Or do they think of CD as a slot receiver? I personally don't think they will. He's going to be moved to the outside. And so they're going to try to simply plug in a slot guy. But I would like Alex Pierce out of Cincy as well. Let's see here. Also, Shaq out of Boise. That's kind of been my little sleeper wide receiver. But I'll get to a point, y'all, where I might not want to speak on my sleepers no more because my sleepers get pumped up and they start going in the second and third round and all sorts of crazy stuff. Is he a punt returner? I don't know, but we need one because I need CeeDee Lamb off a punt return, so that's not going to be happening no more. Bring in Jarvis Landry on a 1-year deal, then you don't have to draft one. I don't think Gallup will be back till late October. I don't like Washington's a number 2. Yeah, I agree with that. Let's see here. We have high-level punt returns on this team. He wants to return to... Who is that? Who's that? You're speaking about? You see, James Washington is who I want as a free agent. I think he's going to do well. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see, man. Let's see. Like we got a long way till we get to camp. So I think they can start, all season conditioning and everything on April 18th coming up. Then we got the draft man. Oh, Professor. Oh yeah, Boss Man. Put Boss Man at punt return. Yeah, we need. See, I mean, yeah. I was trying to put Boss Man at safety last year to get Boss Man on the field. It's going to be interesting, man. It's going to be interesting to see how the Cowboys handle Boss Man. He's going to need some more reps, but Anthony Brown's still going to be there. So, I'm not sure how it's going to work during camp, man. But, hey, man, I appreciate everyone for tuning in. Appreciate all the support. Great comments. Cowboys Nation, woosah. You know what I'm saying? We got to relax a little bit. But like I said, you deserve the right to voice your opinion. I'm never going to mute y'all, like I said, unless you're disrespectful, to myself or to my guests, right? Y'all know how I operate. But yeah, man, great show tonight, man. I appreciate everyone, all the interactions. Share, get those likes up. Like I said, I can't get onto the Facebook groups anymore. I had to build a burner Facebook group because I got hacked and, they were asking for money for Indy and all sorts of crap, man. So if y'all can do me a huge favor, share in the Facebook groups. Let everybody know what's up. I'm talking to I'll talk to Nix and talk to Spoon and and Camber. We'll probably do mock drafts on Friday night, so definitely turn that notification bell so you don't miss out. Great draft content coming out this channel. More film coming out because Jose doesn't think we watch film on this channel, so we got to show Jose what we actually do. We actually get down on this channel, man. But I appreciate all the support, man. I want everyone to stay safe. Oh yeah, also follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok, jtuck151. Cowboys, or no, CFO Sports right now. Go ahead, run it up, like, subscribe. But also you can find me on the Darren Smith Show, The Ship, on 810 Radio WHB every Sunday morning, ESPN Kansas City. So definitely tune into that. I'm talking about everything. I'm talking about basketball, March Madness. My March Madness bracket is busted because I went with Auburn. They already messed up everything, so that's done. But yeah, we're having a good time, man. But it's all about having fun, keeping the content, keeping the community. I do this for you guys, man. It's not about me, it's about us. It's about us, and I cannot say that enough, man. Like, I feed off your energy. I feed off of your ideas. And so when I do that, I give you credit. If my guy Mendoza says I like J-Ron Curse, I'm going to tweet my guy Mendoza put me on J-Ron Curse. Like, I'm never going to big time y'all, man. It's about us as a community. I just do all the extra stuff around it, man. O says his bracket is solid so far. Yeah, mine's busted, bro. I had a 98% bracket until Auburn lost, and I'm done. I'm out of it. I had UCLA and Auburn in the championship. I had Kentucky losing, though, so that's one of my victories. I had Kentucky actually losing. But it's March Madness. It's fun. I only do one bracket. I don't do multiple brackets. I do one bracket, and if I hit, I hit. If I don't, I don't. But it's all fun and games. And of course, y'all, if you're going to be at the draft in Vegas, definitely let us know. I will be out there having a good time. So definitely, if you're going to be at the draft in Vegas, let me know. I love to meet a lot of y'all, man. It's going to be a fun time, man. The draft is always a fun time. Interact with other NFL fans, man. So I appreciate everyone. Have a good time. Jose, man. Oh, sure, man. I like Jose. He's trying, man. We don't. It's an open community, Jose. But like I said, we're not from everybody. And I always say this, and people who watch my channel know my motto. The day that everyone loves my commentary and loves my takes, that means I sold out. That means I'm just giving y'all this some whack, watered down BS just to keep everybody happy and keep my subscribers up. I'm never going to do that to y'all because honestly, I'll get bored and check out. That's just not how we operate, man. So I want everyone to stay safe, stay blessed, stay encouraged, and go Cowboys. Have a good one. Peace.